Alright, what's going on, guys? Just Fox here, and I am chilling here fishing, getting this nice ridiculous amount of XP per hour. I absolutely love the double fishing experience weekend. Well, fishing and Slayer, but I'm not really worried about Slayer because it's so just not profitable now. I don't know if you guys have noticed, but all of the big drops that you could get from Slayer are now just like crappy, like they're horribly priced. They're really rare items, like as in drops, but they're really poorly priced just because the economy for RuneScape is just awful right now. Like, let me just drop all these fish really quick. Just like Staff of Light is like less than 200k. The Podpore staff is less than 200k. The Whip is less than 200k. And all of those are really high level Slayer monsters that you'd have to get those drops from, you know? And that kind of sucks. But just some things I wanted to talk about are just sort of the unrewarding skills in this game, the most unrewarding skills in this game. I'd say let's talk about fishing. You know, we all get fishing because it's quest requirements or just little requirements for things that you're trying to do. And you never actually, get your fishing up because you're like, oh, now I can fish rocktail and, make a huge amount of money per hour. Because rocktail are what, 900 GP now each? Maybe less? Like 800 something? Monkfish are like 400 GP each, and they're all botted to hell, And it just kind of sucks how it's such a high requirement and stuff, and you get up there and you're like, yeah, cool, I have it, but when is that ever really going to be useful for me? Like, for me, I guess it is kind of useful because I AFK both fishing and cooking. Like, oh, how professional was that? Like, if I'm doing homework, I'll just sit here and, because it just helps me focus on my homework a little bit more. That sounds weird, but it does. It just gives me something to, get less bored of whatever it is I'm doing. But, I'll sit and fish monkfish, and I'll have like 10k of them just chilling in my bank. I'm not going to sell them. Well, I'll cook them and then sell most of them. But it's not as rewarding as it should be, I think. Fishing, it's just, you need more, I feel like we need more untradeable fish, right? Or we need more fish that it's more of a burden to get so that it costs more. Sort of like how rocktails are a slight burden. First off, you need 90 fishing, which is not a fast skill to get up to 90. And then you need to avoid those stupid rock monsters. So that that's pretty good, but with them not even healing a lot anymore, like for me, shark heal way more than rock do. I'm at 92 hit points. How crazy is that? So that's if I'm at 92 hit points and it's not worth it using rocktail, that's going to be a small portion of the community that actually needs rocktails. If I'm at 92. I don't even know when it starts to become more useful. Probably a lot higher, and then Shark are probably still going to heal me by just almost as much. So it'd probably be more cost effective to use Shark. So it's just I don't know. I really like to see some more stuff put in here for some of these skills because a lot of them are just useless. And then fire making. Does it get any more useless? Like fire making, yeah, you made a fire, you can cook stuff on it. What can you do with cooking? You're more often than not just going to buy the food that you need already cooked. I'd really like to see them make this game like based more on survival skills. That'd be pretty awesome. Like, oh, I only have 100 shark left. I'll go fish some more. No, because I can just go to the Grand Exchange and get 1k of them for like, what, 400k, 40k? So no, 400k, which isn't a lot. Well, to most people, like to me, it's not really a lot. But it's just, it's really not a rewarding skill at all. So many people hate it. I'm getting it to 90 so I can fish rocktail. And so, well, just, AFK, because I AFK monkfish when I fish rocktail. And, let me turn this stuff off right now. Sorry, guy, but I gotta record, and I forgot to turn this stuff off. What was I saying? Rocktail, yeah. I'm doing this so I can get rocktail just because, I AFK fishing anyways. Might as well get the best fish that I can get, right? And then I'm also getting 90 for the ports just because that's a fun little thing to do on the side. But it's just not as rewarding as it could be. Look at how rewarding Herblore is. You get all the way up there, you get those amazing untradeable potions, overloads, and extremes, like, and super anti-fires. That's amazing. They did a great job on Herblore. It sucks that it's so expensive, but hey, that's just even more rewarding, skill. Let's see, range. They did the combat pretty well for this stuff. The higher up, the better gear you get, right? Dungeoneering, you got chaotics you go for. You got the Frost Dragon dungeon, which at one point was extremely profitable. Now it's not because the bots took over it. You got summoning. Oh my goodness, summoning is probably the most rewarding skill in this game. Like every couple levels, you get a really useful summoning familiar, and they did a great job with that, in my opinion. Why am I going to the bank? I keep doing this. So I think they did a pretty good job with those. But let's see some other not rewarding skills. Fletching. Who actually sits and makes their own bows? You need one bow. You know, you need one single bow, and you can go ahead and buy it again because they're like 1K. You know, if you're gonna get a magic short bow or whatever. You know, for the lower level players, you can't fletch a crystal bow. You can't fletch a dark bow, which dark bows are like 100 something K now too. So that's another useless Slayer drop. And yeah, it's kind of stupid. So a lot of these quests are just sort of burdens when you're trying to do, or a lot of these skills are just burdens when you're trying to do quests. Rune crafting. No one makes their own runes anymore, especially with rune span existing. There's no point. The only people that do that are bots or like free-to-play members or free-to-play players. Hunting. It could be argued that that's pretty good. You know, you got red chinchompas, but then again, the bots kind of destroy the entire skill for you. So again, it just sort of becomes a burden in the way of getting to your quests. Farming, that's profitable. That's helpful. You can help with herb lore with it. You can get all those herbs and stuff. You can do your herb runs. That's not that bad. And you know, the higher level you can get more herbs. And you actually start off pretty well, like pretty low level. At a pretty low level, you can start getting good herbs. Like I'm already able to do renars, which at one point were really expensive, and now they're like what 3K each or something like that. So that's not so bad. But just there's so many useless skills. Thieving. Who likes thieving? You got pyramid plunder, but the only reason you're doing that is so you can do a quest. No one likes thieving. No one goes out of their way to go thieving. No one does that. Agility. That sucks so bad. You're running in a circle for hours. Most frustrating thing ever. And you don't like you get these shortcuts, yeah, but it's really not that rewarding. You just skip over something. You're like, wow, I played for 3 weeks straight to walk over a wall. Like, you know, it's kind of weird. Woodcutting, one of the worst money making skills in the game. I only did it when I was a lower player just because, you know, 100K was a lot to me, and I could just sit there for hours and chop wood. But I really like to see jagex put some more effort into, you know, the rewarding parts of these skills other than quests, which yes, it can be argued that quests are rewards, but it's just such a grind and it's just so boring and uninteresting. And then the quests themselves are boring and uninteresting, most of them, especially sheep herder. Whose idea was it to put sheep herder in this game? That is that's just the worst quest ever. Dear God, if you haven't done sheep herder, look it up on YouTube. Just go search for a quest guide or something like that, and you will read the comments on the quest guides, and you guys can see just how horrible that quest is and how many people hate it. No one likes that quest at all. So, hit points. There's really no rewards from hit points either, other than neck arbors, but no one really goes out of the way to train hit points unless they're trying to get 99 in it. And it's just sort of, or if they're trying to get a combat level in the old, you know, pre-EOC settings for leveling. So that's pretty useless. I never really even, like, if I'm getting there, if I'm like 10K away, I'm like, oh, it's going to take like another hour to get. Like, we all know how long it takes to train hit points. It sucks. But yeah, I don't know about that wraps it up for this video. I just sort of wanted to rant on how sort of unrewarding a lot of these skills are. I enjoy fishing, which is weird, because this is probably, like, I can even admit this is probably ridiculously boring, but for some strange reason I like doing it. I don't know why. Maybe it's just because I'm never really paying attention to it while I'm doing it, but it's so simple for me to do. I just click it, you know, sit there and wait until my character's done, and I'm just doing homework, so I can multitask, get something done productive in the game, and get something done productive in real life. I can watch Netflix while I'm doing it. I could vlog while I'm doing it for you guys. So yeah, that about wraps it up for this video. I'd like to see them give more, you know, maybe untradeable fish, untradeable food for fishing, maybe some untradeable, maybe some equipment for Slayer that's good for other combat. That'd be cool. I'd love to see that. You know, instead of just Slayer equipment that is unlocked when you get your Slayer level up specifically for Slayer, like the Ferocious Ring and the Slayer helmet, make some useful armor for other stuff. I'd like to see thieving removed from the game, possibly. I can't stand that thing. I really can't. In construction, I hate it so much. But anyways, that'll about end this video, so see you guys and thanks for watching.